no position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on the 14th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Powell with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Yellow Jackets ready to get this thing started and open the season. He'll bring it back looking for help. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. To the ground with the back. Pushes ahead for two. They'll mark it at the 17. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job, and the pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start, try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to run it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So we're scoreless. Their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Great place to start for this offense. On the ground, it's Scott. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
The Yellow Jackets are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Give to the running back. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both. Got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Converts on 4th down, still going. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The give to the tailback. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line. They pick up a 6. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they...
Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. The 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. He's now up to 70 yards on the ground in the first quarter. What a tremendous start to this season. To the ground, he's got it again. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Offense rolls back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. On the run, it's Scott. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking to pass. It's Baker. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he'll fire back into the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Offense in an empty set. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Gonna take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. There he goes. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They go to the draw. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Dropping back, it's Baker. Makes the grab on the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Our coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Yellow Jackets come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and I just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man, it's Allen. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Yellow Jackets can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do, because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Allen. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Quarterback extends the play. The throw. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Fires to the wideout. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The Yellow Jackets had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Here's a heat. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, just nowhere to go there. It started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Got his man quickly. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
To the air. It's Baker. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Smith takes the handoff. Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They're testing the right side here. Runs through the tackle. Finds a little bit of room. Picks up 4 out to the 13.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
They'll run the toss. Oh, better look out. Oh, he's got some space. He's up to 94 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener.
I'm loving this offense mixing the toss plays in their game plan. And what these tosses are going to do, it's going to set up a play-action opportunity where they can fake the toss and try to take a shot downfield.
Getting that push. A pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. It's a draw. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off play action on first down. They're working that left side. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Quarterback making checks. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running a football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Baker. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. It's complete to the right. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And the Yellow Jackets lining up, just needing a few, turning it on. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Yellow Jackets will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you need to run an RPO.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. There is a flag down on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, the offense will have to decide whether to take the points off the board. And the defense is just about out of room to defend. They are backed up right on the doorstep. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? wasting no time throwing on this drive. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it along the sideline. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air on first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. They'll run the screen. Finds a little space. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Stockton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well,
intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
And what a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover 1 man coverage. Just him and the wide out, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
Breaks the tackle.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
On the direct snap, it's Smith. He's in open space downfield. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
the big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Smith. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
On those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Looking to throw on third. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. fourth down. They'll throw for it. Flushed out of the pocket. Takes a hit as he fires. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the snap, it's Hawkins. Grab near the marker, it's Baker. He's running free down the middle. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Texas is painting an offensive masterpiece so far. It's been like a Bob Ross masterclass. They're up 14 over Clemson. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Hand off from the shotgun. Gets it past the marker. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Smith. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. He's looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Bettis. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Almost had the completion, just missed it. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
They go to the ground. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical.
Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker and running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking downfield, it's Baker. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Rocks through the defender. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
Yeah, and this is a day he would want to forget. This is a day he wished didn't exist. It's been miserable. You've already thrown 2 interceptions. You just tried to throw your 3rd, but the defense didn't cooperate. But get those feet set before you try to throw the football.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Here comes the heat. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the second play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be...
There he goes! Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Irish.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off, needing just a few inches and going up top to get it. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a crease. It's Scott. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll move the tight end. To the air, it's Baker. Flips it out to the back. Ran through the contact. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Going to swing it on second down. That's caught. It's Allen. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Under fire. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking this.
Oh, he's got some space. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They've put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Baker. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
And we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. Texas is currently ahead early in this one in DKR, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 7 over Clemson. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
Then I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
To the air on second down. Going for the big play. Snags it on the right. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Slithers into space. Turning it on. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field. You get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the fourth quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
Snaps it in the shotgun. Under fire. He makes the grab for the 2, and he ties the game here in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The the Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that.
He's loose on the left. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And they've moved out front here in the fourth. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Right down the field and scored. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He's inside the 40. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown. You're down one late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up? Hope for overtime? Or do you go for two? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Scott. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points. And this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback adapting. He turns it loose to the left. Makes a grab for a big play. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Scanning the field, it's Baker. Finds his man. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving. Got it in the middle, it's Allen. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to the well. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Buying some time as he moves left. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights. Good. They have taken the lead in the final seconds, guys, and the celebration has erupted on the sideline. Took the lead with that late clutch field goal, and now to see if they can get a stop and keep them from tying the game in the closing seconds. The kick coverage team was ready and in their lanes, and he would have been better off just to take a knee in the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese? Making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse. Just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.